Welcome to my channel. My name is Dmitry Popkov. I'm a travel and landscape photographer based in Massachusetts. Printing your work can be the most exciting and one of the most important things that you do as a photographer. Recently, two of my black and white images were juried into the annual Fine Art of Photography exhibit at the Plymouth Center for the Arts. It's a great show, and I had to make sure that my images were on the level and appropriate quality to go into the show. In today's video, I will show you how I print my images using my Epson Eco-tank ET-8550 printer. Printing really is an art form, and contrary to the common beliefs, it's not about matching what you see on the screen. You can never do that because the screen is backlit. So if it's not matching the image on the screen, what is it about? It's about finding the right paper and finding the right settings on the printer to get the best results, or the results that you are happy with. It is not really about right or wrong. It's about your personal preferences. And in today's video, I will show you how I go about finding those settings and paper that I like and that I think work with my images. And hopefully, by the end of the video, you will find something useful for yourself when you go about printing your own images. In today's video, I will compare 3 different papers and different printing settings to get the results that I'm happy with. And at the end of the video, I will choose an image that I'm happy with and I will frame it for the exhibit. With that said, let's do some printing. As I mentioned at the beginning, today I will be comparing 3 different papers. One is a standard lustre paper. It is UltraPro Satin from Red River paper. The second paper is a smooth art paper from Red River as well, called Aurora Art White. And then the third paper is a textured art paper from Hahnemuhle called William Turner. The reason why I think the textured paper might work well with the image is because it has a lot of, the image that I'm going to be printing has a lot of texture in the rocks and in the water, and I think that textured paper might work well with it. The printer that I'm using is Epson Eco-tank ET-8550. It's a unique printer that has a combination of dye black and pigment black inks, as well as other colored dye-based inks. Because of that combination, it has some special properties when you print on art papers, and it's both challenging and also promising compared to other dye-based printers. So we will see how the image comes out. I will also be comparing the settings for the printer. In this case, I will be comparing printing based on the ICC profile and also based on the advanced black and white with ABW setting on the printer, which is the default black and white setting. Both the ICC profile and the advanced black and white settings allow for some adjustments of the settings to produce the image. Initially, I will be printing small sample prints using 4x6 paper, and then I will try to nail down the settings to produce the best image that I like. Unfortunately, I don't have 4x6 samples from Hahnemuhle, so I will have to use the same settings as I'm using for the Aurora Art White when I print the large image on the William Turner paper. So we have the printed image here, the image that I'm going to print here. It's a black and white image from Watkins Glen, Rainbow Falls, and I'm gonna be printing using Epson print layout software. So let's open that, and let's start with the UltraPro Satin paper. This is UltraPro Satin paper. As I mentioned, it's a standard lustre paper from Red River. I like it a lot. It's inexpensive and it's very good. So let's first set the paper setting here. So the paper is 4x6, and then it's ultra premium lustre, photo lustre paper. So we're all set. Now we're going into the software. So first thing, when you look at the software, you have the printer. We have the media type. This is UltraPro photo paper lustre, so that's correct. Paper size, we're printing 4x6. We're printing from rear paper feeder, quality high. But for now, let's see. Let's do scale to fit and landscape. Okay, so it's not going to cover the entire image, but it's going to give me a good idea of what I want to do. So I'm doing scale to fit, and it basically maximizes the area of the 4x6 without going borderless. Change. So right now it's set for advanced black and white ABW setting. Let's start with the ICC profile actually. So we have ICC profile, we have the Red River UltraPro Satin. Yeah, that one. Now there is we can choose whether to choose black point compensation or not. Looking at the image, if we don't choose black point compensation, there are probably going to be some places that are going to be crushed, and we can also change perceptual versus relative colorimetric. I like the relative colorimetric more than the perceptual. So, okay, we are all set. Let's print and see how it comes out. So I really like this printer. I've had it for about half a year, and I'm going to be releasing a more detailed review of the printer and also some of the Red River papers later. Kind of just my experience with it. Let's see what we get. The 4x6 come out pretty quickly, especially it's in standard quality size. Standard quality printing, or when I'm gonna print large, I'm gonna switch maybe to best quality if I choose profile. Okay, so it's done. Let's see. It's not bad, but it definitely looks like there is a slight tinge to the paper. Might be the light. Looks like a little bit of a bluish tinge. And definitely in this light on the phone camera looks like very blue. But I'm pretty happy in terms of details. Here it's a very dark area, and here, and there's still details in the print, so it's not really crushing the blacks. Okay, not bad. So let's do an ABW print. Let's do it advanced black and white mode, and let's see how that comes out. So now, instead of using an ICC profile, we're going to do advanced black and white. And let's reset the settings. Right now I have the setting at normal on the ABW, and then if you look, there are darkest in the light, so the image definitely looks much brighter than it looked when I was using the profile. There is a highlight point shift. Let's see what that does. When it's on. When it's off, it looks like the whites are kind of higher, like more bright. I don't think we need that here. Okay, let's see. Let's print and see. I have a feeling that I need to increase the contrast and shadow tonality to reduce. Okay, but we'll see. one is ABW normal. So let's take a look. Yeah, definitely brighter, significantly brighter than the other. You can see here that they're brighter, the areas are brighter, have more details than before. I'm actually pretty happy with the way that it printed. Maybe I don't need an adjustment at all. This looks pretty good. Let's put these two together so you can see. Let's just show these side by side. Definitely brighter. Also, looking at it, looks more neutral. So the ABW looks pretty good, like really good. Maybe I want to add a little bit of contrast. We'll print one a little bit. Let's see how it comes out. When I'm looking at the profile-based one, it definitely has a color tinge. So when it's by itself, maybe you won't be able to tell. It kind of looks like a little warmer. The ABW one definitely looks more neutral, so I definitely lean towards the ABW. Okay, that's right. This is ABW -3 shadow tonality. Okay, let's take a look. Looks good. Looks pretty good. Let's compare it to the other one. Do I see any significant difference? Maybe just a tiny bit. Let's see here. So this one is with the adjustment. Let's look at here versus this one. Yeah, I think it looks a little bit, tiny bit darker in those areas. Now the question is, which one I like better? So, looking again, maybe somewhere in between. Okay, so when we print large, we're gonna do maybe change the setting for the tonality. Let's say -1. Yeah. Okay. So now let's do the Aurora White Natural. So Aurora White Natural is, Aurora Art Natural. So it's an art paper. So actually, for the large prints, I have Aurora White rather than Natural, which means that the small samples that I have here are slightly warmer than the big ones. So I'll take that into account. So now, just looking at the paper, it's pretty smooth. It has very slight texture to it. I generally like it a lot. Prints come out pretty good, but they do need sometimes a little bit of a lot. So let's see. So now we need to change the paper type, because it's an art paper, it's a matte paper, and they recommend fine art, velvet fine art setting on the Epson printer. So let's see. I think I like the profile one the best. So now we need to change paper type. Paper type is Ultra Premium Photo Lustre. Paper size is Super B. It's 32 plus. So we change it on the printer. Let's change it here as well. Ultra Premium Photo Lustre. And we need a 13 by 19 Super B. It doesn't really matter if it's landscape or portrait. Let's do portrait. Now we don't need to scale it, and layout we need to do by margins actually. Okay, so we want to do, so the paper is 13 by 19 and we want to print 12 by 12 but slightly smaller, so 11.75, 0.62. 0.62. Bottom is correct. No, also 0.62. Well, bottom can be actually, doesn't matter. It's 2.62, everything is the same. So now on the top we want to do 7. Let's check the quality printing. It's high, there's no other option. Okay, so let's do this. This is gonna take a little bit of time to print. It's a large print. So the reason why I wanted to try, apart from the comparing the lustre paper to the matte paper, I also want to try it on a textured paper. For that I have William Turner from Hahnemuhle. It's a lighter version of William Turner, and I want to try. And the reason is that the image has a lot of texturing, so from different strata of the rocks and from the gorge, and also water. So it might look quite good with the textured paper. Let's see first all the large ones come out on the lustre. So one thing to keep in mind when looking at these images, especially on this printer, on the lustre paper, or if you're using profile, need to be careful because this printer has dye-based inks for lustre paper, and those can look quite different depending on the light. So as I mentioned at the beginning, it also has pigment-based black for art papers, and that one is going to be more neutral and more consistent independent of the light, but still need to remember that. And the lighting here is quite cold, quite cool, so we'll need, before making the final decision, I'll need to look at the images at our regular, like daily. Let's see, looking quite good, and we are done. Let's see how it looks. So I printed it vertically, should probably have done horizontally so it's easier to look. I'll switch it for the next one. Looking at the image, yes, definitely was a good decision to adjust the area here to brighten it up in some of these areas. Yes, looks quite good. It looks really, really good. Okay, so this was the UltraPro satin. I don't know. Don't think I like it. So it's finished printing. It does have details in the dark areas, but not all of them. If you look at this area, this is definitely everything is crushed. Yeah, the blacks are definitely crushed compared to the original image. I really don't like it. Okay. Okay, let's take a look. It's definitely better. I think the blacks are still slightly crushed in some areas. I'm not sure how much better it is. It is a little bit better. It's not bad. Maybe make a little bit brighter in some areas. So, since we're using ABW, I don't need to change the profile. The setting, the paper setting is the media setting is the same. Velvet Fine Art. So everything else is the same, it's just a different paper. Let's print and see how it goes. Depending on how it comes out, maybe I'll print another one. Oh, definitely much better in terms of shadow detail. This one is actually quite good. Okay, just looking at the two papers. Yeah, there's a big difference. It's a little less contrasty, but I think I prefer it. Although maybe we want to add a little bit of contrast. I don't know. Interesting. So that's the Hahnemuhle. Okay, I think we're done printing for now. Let's compare first the two matte papers. So we have, this is the Aurora White on the left, and this is the Hahnemuhle William Turner on the right. First thing that you can see is that the Aurora White, despite the fact that it's supposed to be white, it's definitely warmer in image, and it also has crushed blacks here. So maybe if I made the adjustments that I made before printing on the Hahnemuhle, it would be better, but I like the Hahnemuhle better. So let's put the Aurora one to the side. So this one looks pretty good, and a little bit of the texture in the William Turner might be enhancing the image. The details are quite good. Everything looks pretty good. Maybe the very corner here is crushed, but other than that, it's pretty good. And let's compare it to the lustre. So let's put the lustre here. On the right, and then let's put the Hahnemuhle on the left. Okay, so the first thing I can say, so the The lustre definitely has higher contrast, which is expected. We also did some stuff to the Hahnemuhle to make it work. So the lustre has higher contrast, but you can still see the details in all the darker areas. So I actually quite like it. But I like both. And in terms of color, in terms of tinge, looks like there might be some color cast on the lustre one. I'm not sure. Let's see the details up close. Details here look good. Details here look quite good. I think maybe the texture of the paper enhances a little bit these different rock formations. So I like them both. Then Hahnemuhle one looks pretty good, but definitely brighter and less contrasting. And the paper is warmer, so you do have a little bit of a warmer look. Not as warm as the Aurora, but still warmer than the lustre. Okay, I think we are done here. I will look at these in daylight, and I will decide which one to frame. Right now I'm tending towards the lustre one, but we'll see. Actually quite like this area on the Hahnemuhle, looks quite nice. Okay, either one looks pretty good. So we are done printing for today. I will look at the prints in daylight to choose the one to frame. In the next video I will show how I mat and frame the images for the exhibit. So join me if you like this one. Join me to see how I do that. If you found this video useful, please subscribe and consider leaving a like. And check out my other videos where I show how I edit my images and other things. See you next time. Thank you for watching.